really have to write to people to make sure you're getting it.
Lots
Or set an example, so then from then on, they've learned they've got to be responsible like that.
Lots of people are sort of speculating about what his legacy is and will be and so on. Obviously, he's alive and fine. He's going to be chairman of the company, so it's not like he's leaving completely. But in terms of what you know of him, what do you think he'd like the legacy to be, the Steve Jobs legacy to be?
Giving mankind the most useful, helpful tools we've ever had in our history. You know, for the ones that we would enjoy the most, the ones that we not only use, but we love, that we come to love like a human being. A very, very important step in getting those computers closer to real human beings.
Was the computer, which you were very instrumental in producing, is that going to be the greatest invention of, the last millennium?
It's hard to say, because a computer used to be a device on its own, and we've gone so far beyond that to make devices that actually do what we want to do, which is, download a song, play a song. Well, yeah, every device in the world has a computer inside, a small computer, tons of programming, tons of hardware, billions more parts than we had when we started Apple. And you could call it a computer, things that are a computer. I could call my iPhone a computer. And it's the greatest computer ever, but it's not in the same sense a computer was when we started the company. So I think we've gone beyond that, and it's just computerized technology, really. It's just today's modern devices for making mankind making the individual more powerful. They can do more things with their life they want to do.
Let me put a flip side in, because I've got 3 sons who are all computer crazy, and they spend, even the 10-year-olds, on sort of World of Warcraft for days at a time. There is a slight negative. I mean, you guys, you and Steve and Bill Gates and others, you've basically taken the world's children and you've stuck them into little darkened rooms, and they should be out, playing conkers and soccer and stuff like that, shouldn't they?
I don't think we could stop the effect of the future, the future that we created, giving them devices. A lot of kids, seem to get addicted like you get addicted to drugs. You want to know what? There's a lot of different types of learning in this world. You can go to school and be educated, or you can go out on the street and talk to people. You can ask questions. When Steve went to college, I drove him up to his first days at college. They gave him a sheet telling him what classes he had to take. He was so free-minded. He wants to be in control of his own life. He's so smart. He didn't want to take their classes. He just wanted to go and attend fanciful classes on Shakespeare or quantum physics, or
really?
Whatever was, what colleges are supposed to be about. So he did not. He didn't go to the classes they gave him ever. He didn't necessarily drop out.
Is independence of spirit half
there are
the thing?
So there are different ways of learning, and even video games can be types of learning, logical approaches. People would say computer logic. What does that ever teach you in life? It really leads you to a lot of the decisions you'll make. Approaches.
We started this with Jack Welch saying he's the greatest businessman that there's been. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, my gosh. Well, you know what? I don't know businessmen. I come from the technology, but in the technology sphere, the accomplishments he's had, there could be no other human being that ever did. There could be people that were at the top of great companies that developed great electronic projects, but never as many as Steve Jobs.
Well,
and he's done it outside of technology. He did it with Pixar.
He has, but
so that means as a businessman, he's got some guiding principles that don't let good products out. Only the absolutely unbelievable great ones.
Well, I think if he was here, he would say he wouldn't have done it without you. And so it's been a great pleasure for me to meet you.
I think he'd just say it was fun.